What the fuck?
Ladies and gentlemen,
There's a UFC fight.
this is
It's free.
What the Fuck Are We Talking About?
Nervous.
And I am the man with his dick in his hand, the dude with no lube, and the buck who likes to fuck.
Yup.
A-Rod.
The host with the most Facebook posts. The adult male, fresh out on bail. Straight out of jail, California dreaming. When I step on the scene,
Let's do the jam.
hear them hoochies screaming. Fiending for money and alcohol.
The life of the
Life
West
of
Side.
the West Side.
We're
Playing
pretty
where
good.
cowards
They got
die,
That's about it.
and it's all ball.
What you talking about?
Pardon me. Petty. Hard. Away.
What the fuck?
What the fuck, man?
What are we talking about
What
anyway?
the fuck are we talking about?
We don't know. You don't know. We lost our tea here. I don't know where my tea is.
What the fuck are we talking about?
Abu.
About.
We're Canadians now.
Abu.
So
Did you tag me?
we apologize about that.
You
No,
didn't
we're
even do
not
that.
we're not on the John right now for special purposes.
Oh, we're not doing that live right now, right?
Yeah. So,
Okay.
but we're here once again, 99th episode.
Yeah. Yep.
You may not see this live, but you'll see it
Yep. Until
when you're live.
whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, find us on iTunes, on Podbean, on Instagram, on YouTube, on CNN, on Gawker,
Telemundo.
Telemundo, and
And on the O
Pornhub
Network.
and the O Network, of course.
They all sponsor us.
Yep.
And
And Vice. Find us there too.
yeah,
Yep.
all of them co-sign every single word we say.
Yep. Trust me. Just you don't even have to check with them. Just
Nope.
they got our
Don't
back.
even, yeah.
Don't even ask them.
Jews, they
Yeah.
stink.
They,
You know?
I could sniff them out. Sniff them out.
You really can. They smell like matzah or
Ma-
something.
All right.
Something with without yeast, right? Don't they not use yeast?
Something like that.
They don't use it. Something.
Yeah. Matzah's gross. I had it
It's weird.
when I was younger. Yeah. It's just dough, really, essentially. And it's a soup. Matzo ball soup.
They should probably use the stuff to make the bread rise.
Yeah.
Like finish the job.
Yeah, like normal people do. Like every other culture figured out.
They're just like we're not.
Yeah. You guys figured, nah, we're good.
We're gonna stick with this.
Yep.
Flat. What
With
is
this-
it? Isn't it flat?
Well, no. I mean, matzo ball it's
Well, yeah, they make it a ball.
yeah,
then.
but I believe that's what it is. I'm not sure. I wish people were watching right now so they could. Because, actually, nobody Jewish watches.
No.
Never mind.
Only one, and Jimmy
yeah.
sometimes.
Yep.
1.5.
Yep.
But
Yeah.
there's probably more that watch us.
Yeah, that's true.
They're secretly watching.
Yeah, secretly because we talk about them.
And reporting us
Yeah,
to
to the higher
the-
Jews.
Yeah.
They're like these guys.
We are being watched.
These guys, they figured it out.
They know what's going.
They
They
know
know what's
what's
going
up.
on. But you guys are cool. Some of you,
Yep. So.
a little like two of
Yep.
them.
There's a couple. So you're all right. But
But I've been watching the show The Vikings. Did you
yeah,
watch it before?
I seen you make a comment about that. I've never seen it.
No,
I've never watched.
it's pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm into it. I'm like 7 years late,
Yeah.
as are you.
Yep.
And
As I am with most shows.
right, me too. Because I hate TV shows.
Yeah, me too.
They're shot generally terribly.
Yeah.
But this is shot good. The acting's decent.
Yeah.
They're like cinematography
I
and
think
stuff is
the
good.
only shows that I watch are like cartoon shows, like Rick and Morty, American Dad are the only shows I
Dragon
watch.
Ball
and
Z.
No. Nope. Nothing like that. Nothing. Someone said something the other day, and
SpongeBob.
they're like Pokemon. You know what I mean? And I'm like, no.
Like, no. I
And
don't
they're
know.
like, oh, let me say it again. I'm like, no. you can say it again. I've never played Pokemon. I know nothing about it. I
Right.
can't. Pikachu's the only one I know.
Pika.
Now I know 2. That's all I know.
No, that's what Pikachu says.
Oh, I still know 1.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. Same thing with adults that ask me if I play Fortnite. I'm like, no, I'm not a 13-year-old boy. So
Yeah. I'm a heterosexual.
well, see, I'm an adult. I can buy lottery tickets, legal marijuana, and alcohol. So
Yeah.
No, I
My
don't.
response to anybody asking me anything like that, I just tell them I'm a heterosexual.
Yeah.
No, I'm straight.
Yeah. No,
And then they go, oh, okay.
I used to play video games. I used to be into them, but and I have a PS4. But the only games I play, and I don't really play often, are like UFC and football. And football. What's it? Madden.
Yeah,
That's
it's
it.
no fun unless like you have like a buddy.
Yeah. And who the fuck? We're in our 30s.
You're like, yo, you want to come
You
over?
trying to play
and
video games?
Video
Yeah.
games?
I used to play Black Ops online, and you could everybody would have headsets, and we would play. That was pretty fun. But
you want to come over and play
then again,
GoldenEye?
Yeah.
You're like,
See,
yeah,
yeah.
I do.
That's why I have GoldenEye. That's
too.
why. Yeah, word. Yeah. That's
Well,
why I
no, wait, no, I gave my N64 away,
did you?
my
I
nephew.
bought that modded Xbox that I have.
so I don't
everything.
have GoldenEye
Yeah.
anymore. I don't think I gave him GoldenEye.
That was where we were downstairs, and you
kept
started
it.
naming games, and I was like, I got it. And you were like, what the fuck? And this one game, you're like, you're not gonna have it. And I forget what it was, but you fucking spaz. You're like, get the fuck out of here. You played it. I
Altered
forget what-
Beast,
Definitely, yeah. It
I
wasn't
think-
that one though. It was some other. It was an off the wall.
Donkey
game.
Kong.
Oh, for sure.
I played Donkey Kong on you.
Yeah, Donkey Kong Country. For 60,
Yeah, that's the
for
shit, too.
for what is that? Super
It was
Nintendo
for-
or 64?
Super Nintendo.
Yeah, it's that shit.
Anyways, Vikings.
Yeah, you were saying. Oh yeah, Vikings. Yeah. No, like I don't watch shit like that because like Game of Thrones is kind of like that. I never got
Yeah, but
into
that
that shit
sucks.
either. Yeah, I never got into that shit.
No,
It's
but-
probably great because HBO did it, and I'm a huge advocate of anything that HBO does because they really don't make bad shows.
Except for the softcore porn they used to do.
Yeah, but I used to, that shit was great when you were 12 and 13.
Yeah, once you hear the saxophone,
Yeah.
you know to get the lotion.
Yes. When you were young,
And you have
when you were young,
a solid
you didn't need lotion.
40 seconds
You
to
didn't need
get
lotion.
get it off.
No, and that's all you needed. It didn't even take that long.
Hopefully you've seen a nipple.
Yeah. Once you saw 2, it's a wrap.
They always did it like a weird hump style. Like they're both like in motion together.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Simulated sex. It was so badly simulated too. But hey.
But Vikings.
Yeah. So Vikings, the show Vikings. Is there any simulated sex on Vikings?
There's sex on there, yeah, but it's
Cool.
like was less than HBO
Right.
used to do.
Okay. Obviously, because it's on TV.
Yeah.
Right.
But the one guy has my name, one of the characters.
Yeah, I seen that.
And I was like, that's fucking awesome.
Right.
I am.
So it just
Viking.
adds more to
Yeah,
your theory.
so it
that
makes
you're
me
Viking.
love it.
Yeah. Right.
And I hope that guy doesn't die.
Right.
I hope he lives forever.
Forever. Yeah.
Because I'm a legit Viking.
Right.
And at the one part, they built their new boats and shit. This is like I think everybody knows like the Viking kind of story and shit. Maybe I don't know. But this is when they first started to like explore outside of their territory and shit. So they built their boats, and so they're sailing west to like England and shit. And there's this one dude who just like keeps talking shit. Like, we're not going to find the land. Like, you're retarded. Why are we out here?
Right.
And he just keeps talking. And the dude just gets up quietly, walks over to him, and then just stabs him in the fucking neck and then throws him overboard. And I go, that's how I feel like doing to people.
all the time. That's my go-to response.
Right.
In my head all the time.
I'm like, now I love this show
Yeah.
because I'm that guy. That's what I want to do when I get angry.
I used to like watching Breaking Bad too, but even that.
That was a good show. I just watched that recently.
Yeah. So when the season finale, or like when the week before the season finale came out, I'm like, yo, everybody's talking about this fucking show. I'll start watching it. And I watched the first episode. I'm like, it's all right. And by the end of the second episode, I'm like, all right, I'm fucking hooked. This consumed me.
Right.
And I caught up and watched the entire series in enough time to be able to watch the season finale in real time. So yeah, that was a great show. I like Better Call Saul too. That's the
Yeah, we didn't get to
the spinoff.
We
Good
started
shit.
watching it.
Good shit.
And then we stopped.
Good shit. I like it.
But Breaking Bad, I was like calling shit that was happening based on like the colors you would see and the scenes and shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, this is gonna happen because I know like the psychological trigger to that color.
Yeah, that's cool, and that's a good show too. But yeah, I can't get into shows. It's cool that you
Me
found
either,
one.
only some.
But Vikings is still on, isn't it? They make new episodes.
Gabe told me that they're about to come out with a new season.
Yeah,
like
so
in
there
a
you
couple
go.
months or something.
So you have enough time to be able to catch up to actually be able to have a show to watch, which
Yeah.
is intriguing. Because there's just nothing for me. I mean, every fucking TV show is either about
Gays.
well, I was gonna say a mixed family,
Right.
or a family
Or
that's
gays.
mixed
With
with
gays.
homosexuals
I
in
know.
it as well.
That's why I did that.
Or
That's why I did that spoof Jew-ish.
or it's about cops or lawyers,
right.
or some type of civil service, as in like an ambulance or firefighters. That's
Right.
it. Name me a fucking show that is not related to cops that's popular at this moment.
Yeah, I don't know
Vikings,
because I don't
maybe.
even
I
turn
don't know if
on.
that's
I don't
funny.
even
Exactly.
turn on the TV to even know.
I mean, I got rid of cable mad long ago. I have Hulu Plus or Hulu Live, which is
I
like
have
100
Hulu
channels.
for
so-
free because of Sprint.
There you go.
That's the only reason.
Yeah, Hulu's great, man.
And Amazon Prime.
Yeah, Amazon Prime's good too. They
Because
got great
You
movies.
just sign
man.
up for that, and then they give you.
They just
you get free
added
shipping plus movies and stuff.
Yeah, they
so-
just added Stay Tuned. You ever see that show or see that movie?
No,
with
I
John
changed. I
Ritter?
changed the channel.
You should have stayed tuned. Bro. It's a good movie. It's a 90s movie. They have so many good 80s movies on there. My entire list is 80s horror movies and 80s fucking just, yeah, 80s movies are great.
Are they really?
Yeah.
No, they're pretty good.
Some you watch back and they're not. Like Howard the Duck when I was a kid was my shit.
I never watched it.
And as I got older and was like, oh, I want to see Howard the Duck again. And I read online that it was like considered one of the worst movies ever made. And then I watched it back as an adult. I'm like, this is a fucking weird movie.
Wait, maybe I did watch Howard the
Yeah,
Duck.
He's a duck from outer space, and
And his name is Howard?
yeah, and he's like the size of a person.
Oh, now I get it.
yeah,
Oh, no. I think I do know what you're talking about.
he's white with
Yes, with a beak.
Yeah, that's what most ducks are, but
And he quacks,
he doesn't. He talks.
but he has like a blue shirt.
he wears a jean jacket.
Yes.
Yeah,
I know what you're talking about.
yeah. Howard the Duck.
But I don't remember anything else about it.
Yeah, it's not very good. Also, the Garbage Pail Kids movie. I thought that was always like a cool
I had
movie.
the cards.
Yeah. So that this is fun for when we put this on, guys. See if you can find the Garbage Pail Kids movie and watch how fucking
bet it was
crazy.
terrible.
There is a part in that movie where they
Do heroin
as a group. No.
and then
They
gangbang.
they break into a building and they steal.
Oh, yeah.
And they steal a car. And they sing a song about it while they
Terrible
do
for
it.
kids.
In the 80s, it was that shit, but like it doesn't stand up right now.
No.
It's wild. The things that were in movies. Beetlejuice, all right, said fuck in a PG movie.
Yeah.
He said fuck. He dropped an F-bomb
Right.
in a PG movie.
You know who ruined those standards for movies and stuff? You can guess.
I'm going to go with the Jews.
They actually did.
That's correct, Aaron.
It's true. Yeah, we should do a game show. We should do a Jeopardy game show where every
Answer is the Jews.
yes.
That's correct. Was it the Jews?
One of the categories. One of the categories is it the Jews?
Is it the Jews?
For 100?
I'll go, is it the Jews for 100? Okay, and the question, is it the Jews?
Yes,
Absolutely.
that is correct. That's a daily double. I'll take. Is it the Jews for 6 million, Alex?
Was it the Jews? Of course. Who else would it be? That is correct.
We thought of this other good concept too. For a remake of The Masked Singer,
Yeah.
but our buddy who does videos also,
Yeah.
his last name is Singer,
Uh-huh.
and he goes by T Singer.
Right.
So we were gonna do The Masked T Singer, and it's just him all the time, and we guess him all the time, every time.
Yeah.
And he's confused
All right,
about
let's
how
see
we know.
Let's see who it is.
it's the singer again.
Dude, how did you know it was me?
Show us the Nasty Singer.
Every time.
Yeah.
Well,
I changed my voice and everything.
you can even do like an episode one time where it's like a real big ass like black dude.
Right, it's still him.
And then you go to pull the mask off and it's just him. Like,
Right, in his black guy suit, like the dude in Men in Black. Men in Black. Oh my God! And he's in his head, really tiny.
Yeah, hell yeah. Little alien dude.
Yo,
Yeah.
that would be fucking
Yo.
hilarious.
Men in Black. And the skit would be like white people, little white people inside
the
dude.
black guys'
Inside
heads.
black guys.
Whoa,
Yeah.
this is deep.
Yeah, this is good though. This could be funny.
This could be hilarious.
Yeah, that's great.
This is good stuff.
Men in Black.
It's just guys in blackface. It's just like guys in blackface.
So fucked up. Anyway, so Vikings.
Yeah, so Vikings.
Yeah, so Vikings.
It is a good show.
It's a good show.
I'm
though.
enjoying
Yeah.
it thoroughly
Yeah. This is Everybody Loves Raymond.
because they are my relatives.
I don't know why it's in
They are
there.
my ancestors.
They are my ancestors.
They literally are.
They literally are. You'll find out. That'd be cool if I was fucking Nordic.
You're not.
I'm not.
Look at you.
I know. I'm French Canadian and English. And,
God damn it.
And
Where did your parents go
Native
wrong?
American and whatever my real father is was. I don't know.
You might be. Who knows?
Yeah. I'll get one of them ancestry things
One of these days.
Yeah, I'll do it.
You know where that DNA goes?
to the government.
Nope.
Where? Oh. I'll take the Jews for 400.
Absolutely correct.
That's correct.
I like to call them J words.
Yeah, the Jays. Just call them the Jays. We're pouring it on tonight, guys.
Yeah.
Sorry.
We could call the
Sorry.
whites the W
Yeah,
words.
the W word.
I'm going to start calling them W
Yeah,
words.
The W words. Bunch of W words in here.
Fucking W
A lot of
words.
W words in here.
Some freaky shit happened to us the other night too, and it wasn't the finger in my ass.
Oh. that you were with.
Right.
I was with it.
It's not that.
Something freaky happened. What's in the finger in my butt? Anyway, what was it?
We're laying in bed, right? Me, my lady,
Right.
the dog in the middle of us.
Right.
Finger in my ass.
Right.
And then the window's not open, right?
Right.
The fan's not on.
Right.
There's a clothes hanger on my door.
Right.
Out of nowhere, it just starts going like hard.
It's wild.
And then it just stopped.
It's pretty crazy.
And we just like, what the fuck was that about? And I go, do it again. And it did not do it again.
Okay. That would have been like, wow, what the fuck?
It did not listen.
Right.
She was like, it doesn't work like that. I said, do it again, please.
Like now?
It still didn't do it.
Right.
But it was very freaky. There is a spirit in the house. I'm convinced now. And last night, a picture fell off the wall.
That could have been from the heavy rain, though.
The wind was on, or not the wind was on. I turned the wind on.
Okay. Good for you. Turn that shit off sometimes, too. Don't forget.
I try.
So I turned the wind on because,
Because
I'm a god. But,
I am the god of thunder.
That's true. Touche.
The fan was on though,
Yeah.
but it doesn't go directly on there. So I don't know. I'm gonna blame it on the fan.
Right. You have central air in here, don't you?
Yeah, but for it to hit that, it's kind of that's
Yeah.
tough.
Yeah. I'm just skeptical. I don't believe in like spirits or ghosts or anything.
Me either, really, because
I feel like when you die, you just die. Like it's again, it's a light switch, and then they bury you in the ground or they burn you.
I always
It's
think-
fucked up. There's no good way to die.
I always think like, what is
You
it?
know?
Is it like trying to be scary? How
Yeah.
old is it when it's a spirit? Does it have clothes or is it naked?
Yeah,
Why
and,
would
like,
it? Why would a
ghost
spirit
act
have
like,
clothes?
Why would it just be like
Boo.
to a hanger? If it wanted to make its presence known, why wouldn't it slap you in the face like ah? And, like
Yeah, like if
it's-
it wants to be scary,
Yeah.
why does it have to be like passive aggressive
yeah,
scary?
seriously, right?
Just go all
Like,
out scary.
Yeah, like that's another reason why I
Turn the
don't
lights
believe
off.
in ghosts. Is it like ghost foreplay or something? Like I'm not going to scare you right away. I'm going to slowly
Like
work
scary
my
movie
way.
do it.
Yeah,
Like bam, bam, bam,
Yeah,
bam,
yeah.
turn the lights on and off and then like be in the corner.
Yeah.
It had to pick the corner.
yeah. I don't understand
I don't understand the rules of ghosts either.
exactly.
But that shit happened.
yeah,
That was completely real.
all right.
And it was weird. So I don't know the ghost rules.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know proper ghost etiquette.
We don't know.
I don't know.
We don't know if it's like I don't even really believe in another dimension like that. I don't know.
No, I just think
I'm
it's
saying
over.
I don't know. But that shit was weird.
it's over.
That's all I know is that shit was weird.
Even people that are like, oh, I had.
I've seen a spirit before.
even
though.
people that are like, I've had an outer body experience or something like that.
I've had outer body experiences.
Those are hallucinations. Those are typically hallucinations.
I was laying in bed one night and my
Yeah.
whole life played in my mind like a cinematic movie.
That's wild.
While I was awake, like trying to go to sleep,
Yeah, you just pictured it in your mind.
it was like an actual trip. And I didn't want to go to sleep. I didn't want to fall asleep at all. I was completely awake.
Sounds like
and I
anxiety.
couldn't stop it.
Yeah,
But it was like it looked so good that I was enjoying the show.
right. You're like, this is pretty badass.
Yo, for real.
I like this.
It was
Yeah.
just going. I don't know if like a compartment in my mind just opened up and it was
Right.
like, here, take this shit.
Yeah.
But that was really weird. And I used to have sleep paralysis.
I haven't had that in a while, but I used to have that too, where I'd wake up and I couldn't move
Yeah.
and I couldn't.
And there was a thing in the room.
I couldn't talk either.
Right.
No, I'd be awake.
No, yeah.
Like, it'd be weird. Like the one dream, and I still remember it. I was snowboarding in my dream, and I wiped out, and I was really cold, and I couldn't move. And then I woke up, and I couldn't move for a minute.
It's like Inception.
Yeah, and I remember I'm like Matt, and I'm like I'm trying to yell, but I can only whisper.
Yep.
And then he finally heard me. I'm like I can't
You
move.
talk in your head. Like
Yeah.
it's like you're talking in your head. You're like, why can't I
Yeah,
scream?
yeah.
And then once you're able to, you wake up.
Yeah.
I've
What-
had that a bunch
And
of
what
times.
that is in your brain, because like when you take anesthesia, what it does is
But
it
you can like
triggers that.
see the room you're in.
Yeah.
You could see yourself in your room.
Well, that happened with me on anesthesia too. When I got my wisdom teeth pulled, there was a moment where I woke up where I thought I was awake and I thought someone was pulling on my tooth, and I remember him putting his foot on the thing that I was sitting on and trying to pull, and then me standing behind him like pull a little harder. And then the next thing my memory was I was waking up. It was
Right.
weird. Like, I don't know. I think it's just something in your brain. The brain's a fucked up thing. Like you hallucinate.
It's
Like,
very powerful.
It is. Like, I mean, when heat and lack of water get to you, you see things that your mind wants to see.
Right.
That's like an oasis. That's
You were like, yo, I have an average sized penis now.
And then like you're fucking super tired.
And then you wake up and you're like, oh, no.
Oh my god, it's like
It's a baby.
I'm hung like a thermos. Oh my
Yeah.
god, this is great.
And then you wake up and you're like, it's a baby dick.
Yeah. Oh, it's a baby dick. I thought it was. Oh, I thought it was a.
I forgot.
Yeah. Oh shit.
Um,
Yeah. Dreams are fucking weird. We go unconscious. We purposely go unconscious. That's so
in order
wild.
to not die.
It's so to not die, because if you don't sleep, you'll die.
Yeah.
It's so crazy.
Or you go nuts.
Yeah. And eventually die.
And then die.
Yeah, and then die. Either way, it's not a fun way to go out. That'd be a shitty way to die.
That happens to me all the time. Whenever I take in a bunch of new information, I'm like, I gotta go to bed.
Yeah. I gotta sleep on this shit.
for real. Like my head feels big, and I'm like, I gotta go to sleep for all this shit to process,
Oh, my
and then I wake
God.
up fine.
Yeah. And that makes sense, because if you learn some information that makes you kind of think, your dreams will help you through that, because your dreams are typically your subconscious.
Yeah.
And if you can work that out in dream mode as opposed to like in real life, you know, like if you question, do I really hate Jews? And then you have a dream about it.
And then it's like, yes.
and you wake up and you're like,
goes-
fuck, I hate them. You know, you've reassured it. And the other way too, if, you know,
Which
if-
justifies it completely.
Anyway, so Vikings, man, great show.
Yeah, anyway, Vikings, man.
Good show.
Amazing.
But poker night tonight.
Yeah.
Got to win some money. I like the added money. Although I want to play the craps table, I don't plan on it. I plan on staying at the poker table
Right.
and winning out.
Are
I'm
there-
not buying back in. I've
Are there
never bought
go-go
back in.
dancers?
We'll see.
I mean, there might be a dude
Probably.
showing his nips.
Yeah.
A little bit.
So I mean, that's cool. That'll work.
Yeah.
All right, that's fine.
I'll take it.
That's fine. But no, I mean it's cool. I like the added $20 bet for all in. So if you knock somebody out, you win their $20. Everybody throws $20. That's fucking smart.
Y'all are going to have to re-explain that to me when I
So
get
there's
there.
an all-in chip.
I'm going
right?
to forget by the time we get there.
It's easy though. Like so, the $50 buy-ins for your chips, and $20 is for the all-in chip, right? So let's say you
It's
go,
like on reserve.
no, it's an extra chip that you're going to put in the middle, right? So if you let's say you go all in.
So you can take like other people's 20 chip.
No, yeah, they have to put in. Let's say you go all in. You're like, I'm going to go, and I want to match you.
Right.
I'm putting my all-in chip, and you're putting your all-in chip. So there's now $40 there,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
And then let's say you win.
No, I
you
take
win the
those
pot,
chips.
and you win my $20 because
Yeah.
you knocked me out, and you got your 20 back.
Okay.
So there's a possibility that you can win an extra $100. Someone might walk away with 20, 40, 60, whatever it may be.
Right.
It's cool. It's an extra way for someone to win money.
Yeah.
That's why I equated it to the fantasy football last week because it's like a side bet, kind
Yeah.
of how we added the weekly points. You know,
Yeah.
I like that.
I was loosely paying attention to that.
I know because you were like, how does it correlate? And I'm inebriated, so I'm like, Aaron, try to remember, and then I got it, and I remembered. I'm like, oh yeah, because of the side bet, and then you're like, oh yeah, it does make sense. That was fucked up.
I said, can
That
we
was
sit
cool.
the Jews at
Yeah.
a different table?
And the answer is always yes.
The answer is yes. It's just
It's yes, always.
Jew and half a Jimmy over
Yeah,
there
that's true.
at the little kids table.
Yep,
And it's only right,
it is.
you know?
Matt's coming too. That'll be fun. Haven't seen him in a while.
We can ass rape him.
Probably. I mean, yeah. Just yes.
I mean, he likes it.
Yeah, he'll be with it.
So what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
You gonna not do it?
You're gonna
He's
not
asking
rape-
for it. You see
you're
how
gonna-
he came?
You're gonna not butt rape him?
Yeah,
Of
you
course.
seen how he dressed?
Yeah, look at him. He's ready. He wants it.
Yeah.
His butt is wet.
It.
His butt's
You,
moist
you,
for you.
you dress like that. You're asking for it, bro.
Your butthole's asking for it.
Yeah. You just leave it out there.
Oh yeah, your butthole's asking for it.
Right. It's just over there dripping. You know what I mean?
That drip drip.
Got that drip.
Oh shit. Yeah, I see they might bring basketball back July 31st. That's
With
what
no
they're planning
crowds?
on. I don't know if they're gonna have crowds or not because they're planning on having it in Orlando, from what I heard. Because Florida's gonna be start allowing crowds, so they could play games in
None
Orlando,
of these cities
Miami.
might not exist. by
That's
that
also
time.
true. This is also a good point. It's also a
I
good
don't
point.
know.
Yeah, this shit's wild, man.
Who knows? You know who? You know who's the head of the NBA?
Adam Silver. I know. Even if I didn't know, I know.
Now you know.
Just look at him.
Yeah.
It's Silverstein.
You know what? You know what religion he practices?
Yeah. Just saying. He's good with money.
Extremely.
Frugal.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Is he really? Or is it just all corruption?
It's probably corruption. From the Jews.
Yo, I seen this article the other day talking about what is the stock market even for anymore. And this is like a for real, like what they say is a for real. They're not for real sites anymore, or
Right.
news stations, or whatever you want to call them. Reputable. They're all fucked.
Right.
But this was one of them, I think, if I remember correctly. But it was asking, what is it for anymore? So, and Warren Buffett hasn't bought any stocks this year so far.
He's old as fuck. Maybe he's just like, I'm over this shit.
He's just like, I'm done because this shit is about to go down.
Yep. So I'm sitting on my
I'm
bread.
out. So that's not a good sign either.
Nah.
But we'll see. I don't
Yeah.
know. Maybe he's holding out for a boom. But I know one good thing possibly is saying fuck China.
All right.
Or getting out of business with China.
Yeah, that's
and
going to be
bringing
tough.
production back to America.
Yeah, and that's something that that really should
Like
be
making
happening.
things
Yeah.
here.
But
Can't we do that?
we can, but that's a trust thing. We don't trust our own people enough to do it. We're also
it's-
super cheap because it's super cheap to produce over there.
Right.
So
It's a race to the bottom, and you can't.
yeah,
That's the thing with global free trade.
Yeah.
Then it's just a race to the bottom of who will work for essentially free.
yeah,
And Americans don't wanna.
right.
We want decent wages.
Yeah, yeah,
And it doesn't work because other countries, and not even to disparage any other countries, but other countries have different rules
they do. Yeah, that's true, bro.
and they have
Like,
different living standards.
So most other countries, every person in those countries gets paid vacation from their.
well, no, not just that. I'm just talking about they have different living standards.
Yeah,
they
yeah,
have
yeah.
different
Yeah.
business practices.
Yeah, yeah.
So
But-
when you offshore all the work to China, where $1 equals 5 million there or
Yeah.
whatever, it's not
That was-
not even relatively fair.
But that was my point because a lot of these countries take care of them in house. They produce their own stuff. Therefore, their people can have time off. They don't have to work 50-hour work weeks. They all get paid.
well, no,
a
they
better-
do
they all
because
get
we're
paid a
not
better wage.
we're not outsourcing jobs to fucking Germany.
No, that's my. But Germany isn't buying a bunch of shit from China. Germany's taking care of its own, and Germany is giving all of its.
No,
its-
everybody's getting shit from China.
Not everybody. There are a lot of countries that don't fuck with China.
China is the production like of the world.
I agreed, but there are countries that don't fuck with them, and more of them are starting to come around
so
to
many.
it. And I shouldn't say not fuck with them. We are reliant on China. Other countries
Well, yeah,
aren't
for
relying
sure.
on China. We rely on them for. I don't know what the percentages of our goods. I'm sure we can find them.
everything.
But the majority of the stuff we get is from China.
Right.
So we need them. We put ourselves in a position to need them. Other countries don't necessarily need
Yeah.
them.
What you don't.
If Sweden was like, you know what, we're never going to buy anything from China again, they'd be okay. If France was like, we're just going to, get from Europe and take care of ourselves here, they'd probably be okay.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, everybody would
US
be okay if they say, "Fuck you, we're gonna do it ourselves."
we say that until we have to make dollar store items that we can't make for the price of dollar store
Well, we
items.
don't need dollar store. We need shit that lasts, like we
Yeah.
used to make.
Well, and that's that would change the value of the dollar as well. That's which is another problem.
Well, for sure, but the dollar
know?
used to be worth more.
I know.
So can we get back to that?
I know.
Can we get back to that?
I will always go back to read up about Mount Rushmore, okay? To build a fucking statue in the side of a goddamn mountain
Right.
costs like $5 or $6 million back then.
Yeah.
Today, it would be in the billions. Do the math on the inflation on that.
Yeah.
That's
Just-
like 1,000% increase.
Just try to ask like an architect that you want a statue above your door.
Yeah.
It'd be like, that's gonna be $100,000.
Yeah.
You're like, huh? One statue?
I could buy
Have you
like
ever looked at
I could buy a statue made from an artist that's like
In
from the
China.
1800s
in China
for $50,000. It's silly.
$12.
The cost of living and the costs have gone up while the median pay has stayed the same, which makes the value of the dollar go down. You can just follow it. You can follow where costs have gone up and the pay has relatively stayed the same. I mean, look at the minimum wage. That used to be the gauge. When you would start a job,
Well,
you
the
would at
thing is
least
that-
expect the minimum, and the minimum 40 years ago
Yeah.
was enough to have a life.
But that was the start of shit with inflation going up because there shouldn't be a minimum wage.
So, what do you think as far as pay? What should a restriction be on pay? You can pay anybody whatever you want.
Well, it depends on what your profit margins are like.
Right. So, do you think there should be a maximum pay?
I'm not sure.
That's a tough call. I know. But what's crazy to think about is that we are so okay with putting a minimum on, okay, you have to pay someone at least this amount. But we're not okay with saying, all right, somebody shouldn't make $1 trillion if there are people working for them that can't afford to live.
When you get to that, then it's
Right.
like if you make a maximum pay, then what happens to that extra?
It goes back to the employees. That would be the easy way to do it. Like, let's say you made the maximum $500 billion for just say for that's the most you can make, and
That
let's
might
say
be an idea. I don't
and
know.
let's say you made $700 billion. That means you have an excess of $200 billion. That $200 billion goes back into every employee you have, starting from the top all the way down. That's
Maybe.
a fair way to do it.
I'll have to
that
think
way,
about that.
I mean, for real, if you think about that, like even in someone like Amazon, all the people they have delivering, if some of that money because Jeff Bezos is about to be a trillionaire, if some of that money went back into his company, do you think Amazons will be protesting and shit like that?
Well,
the conditions will be
The thing
better
is so
too. Like
fucked
it's
like
weird.
that too, because most of the money that he has then, or the money he
Yeah,
has,
yeah.
isn't like actual money.
Yeah, he doesn't have a bank that has $1 trillion
Right.
in it. It's different. Yeah, because like
It's all liquid and
the
like
guy that owns the
in
guy
assets
that, the
and
guy that owns
stocks.
the Clippers. I can't remember his name.
Don something.
No, not that guy. That guy he had to sell the team.
James?
Steve something.
Oh, okay.
He used to own. I can't remember his name, but he's a billionaire, like a mega billionaire. He owns He bought the Clippers for Christ's sake. Anyway, he was on a show and someone said you're worth $57 billion. Like, oh, is that the number? And he's like, I have to explain something to you. I'm not trying to be cocky. He's like, but I don't know how much money I have. You get to a certain point where you have so much that you're just like, I have money.
Right.
So he doesn't even know how much he actually has. There's probably an amount that he has in a bank or somewhere where he knows I have this X amount, and probably some money stashed here or there, or gold, whatever he does. But those people that have that, like you said, he doesn't have that money just sitting there. That's money all tied up and whatever. But theoretically, he could. Like, let's say
If he wanted to what is it? Liquidate all of his shit?
Yes.
Or unliquidate it, or whatever it is. Fucking reverse osmosis.
or if he took his, or if he just took his revenue, like, because he's making money because he's a business owner.
You have to do
so-
that while your shit is at that worth.
Yeah.
Because if the
Yeah.
fucking stock tanks tomorrow, you're like, shit, I'm broke.
But I think that's the easiest solution because, yeah, you are putting a limit on how much you can make.
Well, that's where things go wrong because you have things like stocks and liquidity and worth, and nothing really means anything at that specific point in time.
Yeah.
Or in the future or in the past.
Yeah.
It's all up in the air. So you can't like take that worth from him because it's not like a physical thing. He doesn't have that in his bank.
So I think like for somebody, and like and this was on the same show that
It's
the
all
guy was
fucked.
on. So what he was saying is that the easy way to pay billionaires, right? If let's say you own a business. Okay, you own a business, right? I'm an employee. I get a paycheck every 2 weeks. You get paid based off of what you have left after everything's all said and done, depending on your structure of your business, right? Mm-hmm. So at the end of the year, Jeff Bezos, let's say his take, again, is $700 billion. That's his money now. It's in his bank. He then can take that $200 billion difference and redistribute through his company because he owns it. And you can have that happen once you hit a certain number. That's the easy way to put a maximum on how much you make. You know,
Yeah.
but it has to be a high
Something
number.
like that you would have to
making millions, making 100 million. You should be able to do that. But once you get into the billions, I mean, in other countries, the only people that have that kind of money are like royalty. This is one of the only countries that you can really just get rich by not really, like Jeff Bezos didn't do anything. He created Amazon, but he doesn't actually physically do anything. He doesn't sell his own product. He
Right.
sells other people's shit. That's all he did.
No businesses do anything anymore.
No.
I don't think most
but a lot of
most
countries-
jobs and professions are middlemen who do nothing.
Yeah, but the majority of like
Think about what does
Independent-
what does a
independent
real
wealthy.
estate agent do? Nothing.
they show a house, they're salesmen. They're car salesmen for houses.
That's nothing.
Because when we went and
That's
looked at
doing
houses,
nothing.
We
To me,
knew,
that's
we
doing
knew
nothing.
what we wanted.
Right.
You know?
It's like, show me the thing.
Yeah.
Like, why
Let
are you
me in the house.
Why do you have so much money
Yeah.
by like being the middleman
Yeah.
between the house
That's
and me?
exactly what it is. It's exactly what it is, bro.
It is.
It's-
That's
it's-
most jobs.
Yeah.
It's just a fucking middleman,
Yeah.
and you fucking up the fucking price. So for what?
Yeah.
For you to fucking show me a thing?
And that's how Walmart first started to get rich, is because what they did was cut the middleman out. Because instead of having to, so like a store, like let's say, I don't know, like
Well, the
a
thing
like
is-
a Sneaker King.
Yeah.
Sneaker King.
They're-
When they want to order shoes, they order enough to put in their stock room to sell. That's
Well,
it.
yeah.
Walmart,
they became.
they're like,
the,
all right, we're just going to be a warehouse. We're going
Right.
to buy, instead of buying enough to stock the shelf, we're going to
They said,
we're
let's let people inside the warehouse.
Yes, exactly. So they cut that middleman out.
Because I think there used to be a law against that.
Yeah.
Like, if you were the tool store, you sold hammers. That's what you did.
Yeah.
You were the hammer store.
Yep.
You were the fucking pants store
Yep.
or whatever. Clothes. It doesn't matter.
Maybe that's
Expanded
why,
a little
maybe
bit.
that's why the Home Depot became the Home Depot. So they can be like, all right, fuck it. I want to sell anything that has to do with the house.
Yeah.
That's a great way to be able to get around a law like that.
Right.
And we're going to stock our shelves to a motherfucker. But now Home Depot did it opposite. When they started their shit, they made it look like they had mad stock.
You
They
didn't
threw-
used to be able to be the florist and be selling clothes.
Right.
You had to do one.
You were
one
either
of
the
those
fucking
things.
clothing store or you were a guy.
Or you're selling flowers.
Yeah.
You can't sell clothes and flowers in the same
Well,
store.
shit, back in the day, man, when you were the
But the-
barber, you were also the fucking dentist and you were a surgeon. That's why
You might have had to have different stores though, or something. I don't know.
Oh no, that's how it was back then. That's why the barber pole is the 3 colors.
Is it?
Yeah, yeah. That's why it's blue. It's blue, red, and white. White was for surgery, I think. Red was for dental, and blue was for haircuts or whatever. That's what 3 colors are for. So when you went to a barber shop, they cut your hair, they can pull your teeth, and they can do small surgery. Fucking crazy. Read up about a barber. That's nuts. Can you imagine that? Like,
weird.
yo, can I get like a 1/4 inch off the top?
Can I get a Caesar and check
pull
my cavity?
tooth? Yeah, and pull my fucking tooth.
Can I get a
wild
whitening and a Caesar at the same time?
whitening while I get a Caesar.
And what was the other thing? Surgery, you said?
And small surgeries, yeah. Yep.
And give me a penile implant.
And most of those guys weren't trained. This was before they were like, we should probably teach people how to again, that's creation is based off of necessity, right? So when you're like, we want to fix people, we don't know how. Okay, well, let's take dead people and cut them open and learn what they look like on the inside. And that's how this study of anatomy came about. And then we were like, all right, we should probably have doctors. And that's how everything happened, was from based off of that. But before that, they're cut into people and they would just, fuck it, we'll see what happens, man.
Everything's all about.
We were tough as fuck, though. Like, you see all them pictures from old wars where, like, motherfuckers didn't have an arm or a leg.
Yeah.
And they were still in their uniform. Like, them dudes just got limbs shot off or cut off, and they kept it moving.
Yeah.
That's cool. I cut my finger the other day and bitched about it all day at work.
Bro,
I'm like,
I just
it
did-
sucks, man. It fucking hurt.
I did
I got a splinter in my finger right
I
here.
did
It hurts.
three pull-ups.
Bitch. 3 of them. Nice. Good for you.
And I felt my bones.
You always feel your bones. You're skinny as fuck, dude.
No. But I was like, I can do some pull-ups.
No problem. And you went 3.
Because we were in some trail park and they had like a pull-up bar there.
Yeah, cool.
I was like, I can do some pull-ups.
Nice.
And then once I did it, I just felt like all my bones. Like there wasn't a problem with my muscles, just my bones. Like I felt all my bones stretch.
That's some old person shit right there.
It was
bro.
like crack, crack, crack,
Yeah.
crack, crack. I was like, what the fuck, yo?
That sucks.
Like my bones were like
Like
heavier.
knocking over a row of dominoes.
Yeah. I can't even describe the feeling.
That sucks.
But it wasn't like your muscles are tired from doing the pull-up.
Right.
It was just like I felt the inside below my muscles
Right.
was heavy.
That's crazy.
It was weird.
That's wild.
And I tried to like walk a thing, like balance beams.
Yeah.
I can't balance.
My balance
anymore.
is on point
My
still.
balance sucks
Anytime
right now.
I'm out with the kids, I walk the curb with them like kids do.
I could do
Still
the curb, but this is like smaller than that and it's
Oh,
round.
wow. Damn.
So-
oh, that's fucking tough.
So I did okay.
That doesn't sound
but
easy.
I fell off a couple times.
It'd be like that.
And there was monkey bars.
It's racist. but whatever.
I know. They left them there for
It's fucked
you know
up.
who. But I tried them,
Right.
because equal opportunity.
That's
stuff.
right.
We're all about equality
Yeah,
here.
we are. You're allowed to go on them.
Yeah.
Everybody's welcome.
I know. I didn't see an
I'm gonna rename him to the Everybody's Welcome bars.
except for him. He's not welcome
He's
up
not-
there.
He really just doesn't. And what's his deal? I thought
He
we had a,
tries to
I
drop
thought
kick.
we had a good moment.
I thought you did too, but
I
he
felt like we had a
just
breakthrough.
doesn't like
I
the
left
whites.
good. He just doesn't. Something about me.
Yeah.
I'm not trustworthy. It's all right.
You smell like stale milk or
A
something.
whore. You smell like a whore.
Or a whore.
Yeah.
The monkey bars I could not do.
Yeah.
Maybe because I was too tall for them.
I can't do anything like
Because I couldn't
hard.
get the swing
Yeah.
because my feet were already on the ground,
Yeah.
and I don't want to lift my legs.
It's so hard.
So the monkey bars did not go well for me, and it fucking hurt my hands.
Yeah.
Like I
My
think I
hands are
still have
already-
a thing.
My hand, they're not Gabe Serrano bad, but they're pretty calloused and they fucking hurt sometimes.
I did one swing and I was
He has
like,
the manliest
"Ah."
hands I've ever seen in my life.
I think they're just bricks.
Yeah, they are. That's why his nickname was Boulder, because he's made of stone.
Yeah, just his hands. His heart is soft,
It is. It's gentle.
and so is his penis.
It is. That's also gentle
Very, very soft.
and soft and
Never
supple.
seen it hard.
I've tried, but goddamn thing
I've
won't.
tried to get him up,
Yeah, but just won't.
and he just won't do it.
Just
I'm like,
won't
bro, are
happen.
you gay?
Yeah, what the fuck, man? Get hard. Oh shit. Well, you want to cut it on that one?
I think so.
Yeah, it's
I
probably
think
a good
that's a good
spot.
time.
It was. But all right. It's a little bit of a delayed cast, but I'm glad we still got to do it. Next week is episode 100. It's your boy's birthday too.
And we will be celebrating with strippers.
Uh-huh.
A stripper and a cake.
Yep.
It's gonna be me.
It'll be him in a cake. I can't wait. Follow us on Podbean, on iTunes, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. Aaron, Petty.
FBI.gov.
Uh-huh. Be safe. Protest peacefully.
Please.
Please riot peacefully.
No.
Peacefully riot.
Don't riot. It's
Or
bad.
just don't
It's
riot, yeah.
how about no?
Yeah, how about don't?
Yeah.
I'm
What
gonna
happened
try-
is
I'm going to drive by
what
that.
happened to stay home, save lives?
Yeah. Not start riots and fires.
Don't.
Bye.
Yeah. All right.
We didn't wave awkward.